Have you ever felt like your hands aren't even yours anymore? Waking up in the morning, your fingers stiff like wood, your knees aching like you just climbed a mountain in your sleep. I've heard this from so many patients, and I know it's not just about the pain, it's about feeling like your freedom has been taken away. But today, I'm not here to talk about medicine. I want to invite you to explore 5 simple plant-based foods with me. They're easy to find, easy to enjoy, and they just might calm down that inflammation and help you get your rhythm back, one gentle step at a time. So, are you ready? My dear friend, I want you to picture this. It's a morning like any other. You open your eyes, hear birds outside the window, and soft morning light spills into your kitchen. But then, that familiar feeling returns. Your fingers feel stiff, awkward, like someone glued them together overnight. You know that feeling, don't you? It's not sharp or sudden pain. It's quiet, lingering, and makes you feel older in a way no one ever wants to. One of my patients, Alice, 66, a former art teacher, once told me during an early morning visit, "I can't even button my blouse anymore. It takes me 10 minutes just to get dressed." For someone who painted for nearly 40 years, that felt like a cut to her pride. Not because she wasn't skilled anymore, but because her hands no longer listened the way they used to. I didn't prescribe her medicine. I prescribed a spoon. A small spoonful of ground flaxseed added to every breakfast. Oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. She looked at me, a bit unsure, but I smiled and said, "Sometimes the thing that gets you moving again isn't in the medicine cabinet. It's in your kitchen spoon." And you know what? 2 weeks later, Alice came back with a different smile. She said, "I buttoned my blouse. No help needed." Her eyes sparkled, not because the pain was gone, but because she had reclaimed a piece of her independence. So, what makes flaxseed so powerful? First, it's packed with a plant-based omega-3 called ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. It doesn't work exactly like fish oil, but it calms inflammation in a gentler, more body-friendly way, perfect for aging joints. Especially for those with rheumatoid arthritis or chronic inflammation, ALA helps ease swelling and pain in hands, knees, and hips. But that's not all. Flaxseed is rich in lignans, powerful plant compounds that fight oxidative stress. Imagine your cells like tiny houses. Oxidation is the storm peeling the paint, rotting the walls. Lignans are the waterproof coating, quietly protecting your joints from long-term damage. And it goes even further. Flaxseed is full of soluble fiber, crucial after age 50. It's not just for digestion and heart health. Fiber also helps stabilize blood sugar, and that matters more than you might think. Did you know that every time your blood sugar spikes, your body sends out inflammatory signals to fight it? For someone with joint pain, that's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Flaxseed slows down sugar absorption, keeping glucose levels steady and easing stress on your swollen joints. I often remind my patients, especially postmenopausal women, that flaxseed also naturally supports hormones. Thanks to its lignans, it gently mimics estrogen, helping preserve bone strength and joint flexibility, both of which tend to fade after 55. And the best part? Flaxseed is easier to use than you think. Just grind it, store it in a jar, and sprinkle it into your morning oatmeal, into a little yogurt, a fresh juice, or even into your whole grain mix. Its flavor is so mild, it doesn't change the taste. But inside, it's quietly rebuilding your collagen, your cartilage, your morning stretch. I'm not saying flaxseed is magic, but from what I've seen, true healing rarely comes from big changes. It comes from small things, done every single day. One spoonful of flaxseed every morning. Not loud, not complicated, but enough to help you keep your freedom one gentle movement at a time. Have you tried flaxseed yet? If not, try a spoonful tomorrow morning. Not because I said so, but because your body deserves to be cared for in the smallest, kindest ways. My dear friend, I want you to imagine something small. A warm bowl of soup, steaming gently, scented with cumin and garlic. Inside,
Tender golden chickpeas, soft and nutty, comfort in your stomach. You take a spoonful, and somehow it's not just your belly that feels better. Your knees, your hands, they sigh with quiet relief. Sounds too poetic, maybe, but chickpeas, this humble little legume, is one of the strongest allies I've ever introduced to patients with joint pain. One of them, Luis, 70, came in once, half sad, half frustrated. "I didn't do anything hard," she said, "but my knees still ache. Just walking for a few minutes hurts. I'm not that old, am I?" She was right. Arthritis isn't always about age. It's about the quiet buildup of inflammation inside every joint, every weakening ligament. So I asked her a simple question. "Have you ever tried chickpeas?" She laughed and said, "Never." That's when I told her, this little round bean may look ordinary, but inside it holds a powerful secret nature has carefully hidden: anti-inflammatory gold. First, remember this word, polyphenols. These are natural antioxidants found in chickpeas. Imagine your body like an old house slowly weathered by storms. Polyphenols are like fresh paint, shielding your joints from premature aging and wear. But that's not all. Chickpeas are loaded with vitamin C, crucial for producing collagen. Most people think vitamin C is just for immunity, but in arthritis, it's like oil for rusty hinges, helping joints move smoothly without the creaks and cracks. And here's something I see often in patients over 50: muscle loss. And when muscles shrink, joints have to carry more burden. Chickpeas offer gentle, clean, plant-based protein, enough to feed and repair those weakened muscles. And you know what? The stronger your muscles, the safer your joints. That's why I often say, joint pain doesn't start at the cartilage. It starts at the muscle. Like flaxseed, chickpeas are also rich in magnesium, that quiet mineral that relaxes your muscles, soothes your nervous system, and even helps you sleep deeper. And for anyone with chronic inflammation, a full night's sleep, uninterrupted by pain, is priceless. I remember one of my patients, Henry, 63, once said, "I started snacking on roasted chickpeas instead of chips. Didn't expect them to taste that good, but the next morning, my legs felt less stiff. Amazing." We laughed, but inside I smiled, because that's the moment food does what it's meant to. Not just fill your stomach, but quietly heal what hurts. And chickpeas? They're easier to use than you think. Blend them into hummus for veggie dips. Roast with olive oil and spices for a healthy snack. Add to soups, salads, curries, or even whole grain breads. And if you love to explore, try chickpea flour. Great for gluten-free baking or even brownies. I'm not asking you to change everything after one video, but if there's one thing to remember, let it be this. One tiny bean eaten regularly can make a difference to a knee that's been hurting for years. Start with just 1 or 2 meals a week. Nothing drastic, just gentle, steady care for your body, your movement, your freedom. Have you had your chickpeas today? If not, next time you're at the store, grab a can of organic chickpeas. Roast them, toss them in a salad, and then just listen. See what your body says. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had a bite of tofu? I know, for many people, tofu doesn't exactly make it onto the favorites list. It's soft, kind of bland, and doesn't look all that special at first glance. But for me, and for many of my patients, tofu isn't just food. It's an opportunity. An opportunity for your joints to rest, for your muscles to get nourished, and for your body, especially at this stage of life, to heal without having to depend on medication. I had a patient once, Mr. Charles. He was 69, living alone after his wife passed. He came into my office with a grimace on his face, knees aching. When I asked about his diet, he told me, "I eat a lot of fried chicken, doc. It's easy to make. Tofu? I have no idea what to do with it. We both laughed, and I told him about the first time I tried tofu, grilled with garlic and lemon. Super simple, easy to prepare, and surprisingly kind to both your stomach and your joints. You see, tofu is made from soybeans, and soy is a complete plant-based protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids our bodies need, especially our bones, joints, and muscles, to repair, build, and stay resilient. And once you're past 50, maintaining muscle mass isn't about fitness anymore. It's about health. Strong muscles support your joints, and supported joints help you stand up from the couch every morning without wincing in pain. One of the things I love about tofu is how gentle it is on the body. Unlike red meat, which is high in protein but can cause inflammation in the joints, tofu gives you the protein without the downside. But that's not all, because tofu also offers plant-based omega-3s. These are healthy fats that help reduce inflammation, especially in people with rheumatoid arthritis. Many folks think omega-3s only come from salmon or mackerel, but you don't need to eat fish every week to get those benefits. A simple serving of tofu can be a gentler, easier option for your digestion. Plus, a lot of tofu today is fortified with calcium and vitamin D, 2 essentials for keeping your bones strong. And if you're lactose intolerant or cutting back on dairy due to inflammation, tofu is one of the smartest swaps you can make. I once gave a patient, Teresa, 64, a joint healing meal plan. She started replacing just 3 meat meals a week with tofu. A month later, she came back and told me, "I'm still in some pain, but it's not as stubborn. I'm sleeping better, and I don't need painkillers every night anymore." And I thought, this is progress. Not a giant leap, but a real step forward. A step toward taking control. A step toward healing. Tofu also contains isoflavonoids, plant compounds in soy that act like gentle estrogens. They help protect cartilage, improve joint flexibility, and reduce that awful morning stiffness so many older adults face. Research even shows that people who regularly eat soy may experience improved joint function, especially those with rheumatoid arthritis or chronic osteoarthritis. The best part? Tofu is super easy to cook. You can pan fry it with olive oil, garlic, and a little soy sauce. Grill it with chili powder and lemon. Toss it into curries, veggie soups, or fresh spring rolls. Or go light. Blend soft tofu into smoothies, or stir it into porridge or oatmeal. I always say, eating tofu won't change your life overnight. But eating tofu regularly, that might just help you tie your own shoes every morning. So start small, 1 meal a week, then maybe 2. Not to become vegetarian, but to become healthier, in the gentlest way possible. If you haven't tried tofu yet, maybe next time you're at the store, pause by the plant-based section, pick up a firm block, marinate it with garlic, pepper, and lemon, and give it a light grill. Then, see not just how it tastes, but what your body has to say after.
My dear friend, there are things in life that, at first, seem so ordinary. No sparkle, no flair, easy to overlook. But the longer you live, the more you realize it's often the simplest things that carry the greatest, quietest strength. For me, and for the hundreds of older patients I've walked alongside, lentils are one of those quiet heroes. I know, when I mention lentils, some people might wrinkle their nose. "Oh, that's bland food, doctor." I get it. They're not trending online. They don't come in fancy jars with golden labels, just small earthy colored seeds, brown, orange, or green, nothing special at first glance. But you know what? Beneath that simplicity lies a real treasure, especially for those living with arthritis. One patient of mine, Jim, 68, came in one day frustrated. His hands hurt so badly he couldn't open a jar. A lifelong mechanic, he told me holding a toothpaste tube now made him feel like he was losing his manhood. I didn't prescribe him a pill. I asked, "Have you ever tried lentils?" He laughed. "Only seen them in Indian movies."
I smiled and handed him a simple recipe: lentil soup with turmeric, black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon. Nothing fancy, no need for perfection, just consistency. And 3 weeks later, he came back. "I'm not saying the pain is gone, Doc, but my hands are less stiff in the mornings. And strangely, my mood's been better too." You see, lentils are full of high-quality plant protein, vital for anyone over 50. As our muscles weaken with age, joints have to carry more strain, causing faster wear, pain, and inflammation. Lentils give your body clean protein without triggering inflammation like red meat does. They feed your muscles, not burn your joints. But what I love most about lentils is magnesium. Ever wake up and feel like your body is made of wood? Stiff, slow, stuck in an old shell? Magnesium is the quiet key that helps unlock flexibility. It relaxes tight muscles, smooths out nerve signals, and soothes soft tissue inflammation. And lentils? They're one of the best, most absorbable sources of magnesium out there. Lentils also provide potassium, a mineral that balances excess sodium, helping reduce bloating and swelling in your hands or knees. Ever felt like your hands are puffy and heavy? That might be an electrolyte imbalance. And sometimes, a bowl of lentils can work better than a diuretic pill. Another thing I often remind patients: blood sugar spikes can fuel inflammation. Every time you eat white starches or sugary foods, your body releases inflammatory molecules. But lentils, thanks to their high soluble fiber, slow down sugar absorption, keeping your blood glucose steady and inflammation in check. Oh, and let's not forget folate, vitamin B9. Few people know this, but it helps lower homocysteine, a compound linked to joint inflammation. I once told a patient, lentils won't make you a superhero, but they will help you get back the hands and feet you thought you'd lost. And the best part? Lentils are so easy to cook, no soaking needed. Just rinse and simmer 20 to 25 minutes in water or veggie broth. Try them in soups, salads, curries, mixed with brown rice, or mashed into a plant-based filling. You see, lentils don't ask for the spotlight. They just want a place in your kitchen, 2 or 3 times a week, one bowl at a time. Steady, gentle, and yes, powerful. Have you had your lentils today? If not, maybe add a bag to your grocery basket this week. Not just as food, but as a small, steady step back toward yourself.
My dear friend, sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest strength. A kind word at the right moment, a gentle hand on yours, a footstool that fits just right, and one small spoon of chia seeds in the morning. I know they're tiny, black, unremarkable. No scent, no flavor. But those tiny seeds, they're one of nature's quietest gifts to anyone living with arthritis. One of my patients, Martha, 72, once said half-jokingly, "Doctor, I feel like my joints are slowly rusting, one part at a time." She wasn't exaggerating. Arthritis is a form of accelerated aging, where cartilage, ligaments, bones, and muscles all face chronic inflammation, nutrient loss, and oxidative stress. I suggested something simple. Soak 1 spoon of chia seeds in warm water or almond milk every morning. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Then add some fresh fruit or mix with oats. She looked at me like I'd prescribed magic, but a few weeks later, she returned with a quiet smile. "I'm still in pain," she said, "but that constant morning numbness is gone, and I can bake again." For someone who'd cooked for her family for 40 years, that was a big step. Small, but important. So what makes chia seeds so special? First, they're packed with AOA, a plant-based omega-3.
Just one spoon delivers a generous dose of anti-inflammatory fatty acids. For someone with arthritis, inflammation is like a low fire slowly burning through your joints. Omega-3s don't put out the fire instantly, but they cool the flame, calm the space, and begin quiet repair. And it doesn't stop there. Chia seeds are rich in soluble fiber, crucial for more than digestion. It helps balance blood sugar and regulate hormones linked to inflammation. Many people don't realize unstable blood sugar can trigger inflammation signals throughout the body. But chia seeds absorb water, form a gel, and slow down how sugar enters your system, keeping things steady, not burning out of control. And here's something even more magical. Chia seeds help your body stay hydrated. One of the hidden causes of joint pain, dehydration. When your joints feel dry, tight, and crackly, it might just be that you're not getting enough water. Chia seeds, when soaked, hold water like tiny sponges. They hydrate you from the inside out, not through expensive juices or energy drinks, but just with clean water and a spoon of chia. They also contain calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc, minerals that help keep bones strong, relax muscles, support smooth nerve signaling, and calm the immune system so it doesn't overreact and attack your joints. One of my patients, George, 65, once asked, "Will chia make me run again?" I laughed and said, "Not a marathon, but it might help you get out of bed without dragging your feet." I often tell my patients, don't hope for miracles from pills. Hope for real results from small habits. And chia seeds, they're a gentle reminder that you don't need to change your whole life. You might just need to change your breakfast. You can start like this. 1 spoon of chia soaked in warm water, blend into a smoothie, stir into yogurt, or mix with oats. Nothing fancy, just patience and attention. Have you tried it yet? If not, tomorrow morning, leave a spoonful of chia beside your kettle. Not just as a new habit, but as a quiet promise. You deserve to be healed, starting with the smallest things. My dear friend, I don't know where you're watching this. Maybe on a quiet morning with a warm cup of tea, or at the end of a long day when your legs ache and your heart feels heavy. But if you're still here, listening all the way to the end, then maybe, somewhere inside you, there's a little hope stirring again. Hope that one day you'll wake up without needing to lean on the wall just to stand. That you'll still be able to hug your grandchild, tend your garden, or simply live without being limited by pain. Today, I'm not here to offer you a miracle pill. I'm here to offer seeds, chickpeas, chia, flax, small things, steady and strong, just like you. I want you to remember this. Your body has not given up on you. It's simply asking you to love it a little more, to be patient, to respond. Every meal you choose, every spoonful of seeds you stir into your breakfast, every glass of water you drink in the morning is a quiet reply to a body that has carried you for so many years. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Begin today with one food, one change, something small but real. If this video meant something to you, please share it. Somewhere out there, someone else might be looking for just a little light in their own healing journey. And if you'd like to keep walking this path with me, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll be right here every week with real stories, real guidance, and a real belief that you deserve to live well, live deeply, and live joyfully at any age. Until next time, take care.